is still a matter for the Integrity Commission. Like you, I too am anxious to have this matter resolved.
Yeah. Go on, mute ya, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, mute ya, star. Only pressure in my corner. One time it hard to carry on. You no need no girl for turn to, no man for talk to. Feelings hurt, but the journey so far.
Wagwan Success family, my enlightened keepers of Øwayne Allen Media, alongside our new arrivals to the channel. Dancehall artist Rygin King, whose real name is Matthew Simit, was arrested in New York on multiple weapons possession charges. I got the information from the New York State website. These are all the charges: criminal possession of a loaded firearm in 2nd degree, criminal possession of ammo clips in the 3rd degree, possession of an ammunition feeding device, and criminal possession of a weapon in the 4th degree. The arrest occurred on July 8, executed by the NYPD 113% Midnight Public Safety Team. While the circumstances of the arrest are still unclear, it is said that Rygin King was with his charges and they were also arrested and taken into custody. Now, Rygin King has pleaded not guilty, as you can see on your screen. Rygin King is scheduled for court appearance on July 12 at 9 a.m. in Queens Supreme Criminal Court. Maybe I will travel to New York on Friday morning and hear the artist side of the story or get some footage for you guys. Let's see. Subscribe for that. Rygin King is being represented by court-appointed attorney Mark B. Lakine. Let's see if the judge is kind to Rygin King. Now, the sticky situation is that the charge for criminal possession of a loaded firearm carries a minimum sentence of 3.5 years and a maximum of 15 years in prison. Now, typically applicable to individuals without a prior criminal record. So if your record was clean before, then the 3 years would apply to you. If you're a second offender, then your free paper just get bun up. That's the serious legal battle that Rygin King is currently facing right now with a potential significant time in prison, Jano. Now, regardless of the circumstances, I wish Rygin King the best during his difficult time. Remember, one king is in a wheelchair, and we know the story of how he ended up in a wheelchair, which might have influenced his decision to carry a firearm for self-protection. Let me know if you think Rygin King lawyer might make a case as to why he should receive bail, given his current situation, being in a wheelchair and his status as a public figure, you know, with strong ties to the community and all these other factors that they can argue in reducing Rygin King as a flight risk. And let's see if Rygin King not guilty plea and the presence of a court-appointed attorney could mean he's willing to cooperate with the legal process, which might encourage the court to consider bail as a viable option. Now, the only difference with me and Rygin King is that I have my shoes legally while Rygin King does not, and I hope they argue that his mobility limitation would reduce the likelihood of him fleeing or posing a threat to the community, and they just give the youth bail. Now, Andrew Holness' wife, House Speaker Juliet Holness, was criticized by Mark Golding PNP Fitzjackson, to be exact, for her unilateral decision to cancel several parliamentary community meetings without proper consultation with the chairman. Now, Public Administration and Appropriation Committee Chairman Michael Phillips said that the Speaker lacks the authority to cancel such meetings. After Philip Palwell raised concern about the situation, an update was issued allowing Public Administration and Appropriation Committee to proceed with its planned meetings, pushing back against Juliet Holness. Mark Golding PNP condemned the arbitrary cancellation by Juliet Holness and said that Andrew Holness' wife overstepped her authority and undermined parliamentary democracy after Juliet Holness had requested that all committees except for the Constituency Development Fund Committee be postponed for the week. Mark Golding PNP described Juliet Holness as detrimental to Jamaica's business. PNP said that the parliament serves the people and not the Speaker of the House, and called for Juliet Holness' actions to be controlled to preserve the integrity of the parliamentary process. Now, Andrew Holness being the Prime Minister and Juliet Holness the House Speaker has made her feel a bit untouchable, because why does the Speaker of the House appear to wield authority beyond her official position? This is an example of the potential conflict of interest Mark Golding was talking about, and we keep coming back to this because just the mere fact that she is the Prime Minister wife and the House Speaker, she will do things and it goes unchecked. This is how personal relationships intersect with public roles. As the House Speaker and the wife of the Prime Minister, Juliet Holness seems to operate with a level of impunity, avoiding all criticism and action positions that would otherwise be scrutinized if she was not the Prime Minister wife. Andrew Holness spoke to Nationwide FM regarding his statutory declaration but declined to discuss the details to the Jamaican public.
Soon, the people of Jamaica have been asking the questions. When last I spoke to you in February, I put the question to you about your statutory declarations. You told me that you had written to the Integrity Commission and you were awaiting a further response from them. Have you had that response? And what was the response?
To me, I've written back to them. They have written to me. I've written back to them, and it is still a matter for the Integrity Commission. Like you, I too am anxious to have this matter resolved.
But what is the nature of the issue that you keep having to respond about?
Well, the general issue of the Integrity Commission is that they do an entire audit on your financials and your personal finances, and for me, going back several years. And that takes time because it is just not my response alone that they have to await. They have to await the responses of several other agencies, entities. It's a very detailed process. And I don't want to comment on it too much because the nature of the process is that the Integrity Commission is the entity that really should give the final disclosure and approval. So I humbly await the Integrity Commission's
But
response.
aren't you worried that you're bleeding political capital over this issue while they are silent on it?
Well, you know, it's one of those things you deal with politically. As I said, it is the process, and I have followed the process as best as I can, and I can only await the Integrity Commission. I am in an invidious position because I am the one that has to ensure that the law is respected, and therefore you will never hear me make any complaint. Even if I feel it has been unfair and unduly so to me, you will never hear me complain.
Now, the Integrity Commission recently addressed inaccuracies published by the media regarding parliamentarians referred for illicit enrichment. The Integrity Commission clarified that 2 parliamentarians mentioned in the 2023-2024 annual report are not the same as the illicit 6 referred in the 2022-2023 report. Before it was 6, now we have 8 parliamentarians referred for illicit enrichment over the last 2 years. Now, the Integrity Commission specifically criticized reports from Jamaica Gleaner and Nationwide 90 FM for their misleading headlines and claims. Jamaica Gleaner had reported that the number of parliamentarians under investigation had decreased, while Nationwide 90 FM inaccurately stated that only 2 parliamentarians were currently under investigation. Integrity Commission said that these claims are patently inaccurate and lack any legal or factual basis. IC said that it has not commented on the status of any specific investigation and does not possess the legal authority to do so. The statement was made to correct any public misconception and to stress the Commission's role and limitation in the process. Now, given that the 6 parliamentarians were referred for illicit enrichment since 2022-2023 and 2 more this year, why is the process taking so long? Will it take another year or 2 before these individuals are named and brought to justice? The public deserve to know when they can expect accountability and transparency in handling of these serious allegations, right? We need to put more pressure on the government to make sure that all these reports are tabled and we get the answers that we need. Alright, so that's the video for today. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the subscribe, thanks for the views, thanks for the comments. As always, I'm out.